Welcome to Miss.sheeena's world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
This Nicki Minaj, Drake, Kanye West, hell, he probably even dissed you. Y'all, Jay-Z headlined the Roots Picnic, and he did this freestyle where he addressed everybody who has ever played with his name. Y'all, he even said something about Dame Dash teeth falling out his mouth. He even addressed Tory Lanez and said that Leprechaun has ran out of pranks. Your son is on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. Y'all, when it came to Drake, he basically told him, rappers look up to Hov, I don't look up to them. The white people are the one who got your publishings. Go talk tough to them. Y'all, he went over to Nicki Minaj and said that lady is on that stuff again. She in love with him. Her kin can't even pick up their kid. That's enough of them. Then he went to Kanye West. When he went to Kanye West, he brought up the fact that Kanye had talked about his children. He said, you ever heard of Wonder Kids? My kids are some of them. That man play insane in front of y'all, but he don't do none of that in front of him. Y'all, it is about to be a long day on X tomorrow. He even said something about Jaguar Right. What did I miss? Did y'all hear that freestyle? Because I feel like I still have left a lot out. He showed up rocking his afro. He also said the roots remember, although the trees pretend. Don't put too much on his name. Don't forget who I am. Y'all, it's about to be a long few days on X. I wonder if anybody going to respond with the actual track. Soon as I find out anything about it, I will let you all know.
Jay-Z finally responds to Drake and, oh, it's getting interesting. Hov says, I ain't much for meetings know-how. Cancel the brunches. I remember the hunger pains. The price of the bricks is going up. It's going to cost a B to say my name. Now, obviously, at the end, it's going to cost a B to say my name. That's a play on Beyonce, Say My Name. And also, he's referring to Wish My Name, which is the same song. Drake said he'd rather take the $500K than meet with Hov. That's why at the top, it said, I ain't much for meetings know-how. And then towards the end of the freestyle, he goes, a rapper can be my op. The jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong charts, champ. Niggas looked up to Hov. I never looked up to them. Also take shots at Nicki and Dame and others. But he sounds very upset about this. And at the top of the freestyle, he says, yo, hey, somehow this is my fault. Referring to Drake, blaming him for like the hit on Drake, etc., how Drake feels about the situation. Hopefully Jay-Z makes an album so he can respond to all this. I would be super interested in that. And here's the thing. If Drake honestly believes that Hov set this up, I really think that Drake should diss him some more. Because Hov called him out by name. And listen, I love Hov. I don't care what y'all say. He's wrong for that Super Bowl shit. So I understand Drake's frustration, but like, fuck it, let's squabble. Let's get it in. Let's have a diss off. Like
Jay-Z at Roots Picnic was already iconic. But Jay-Z with this new fro, I'm feeling it. I like it. And it's very much giving sacred. It's very much giving his wife's hair care line. The way that afro, that natural fro is blowing, we know the vibes. But he also seemingly suggests that somebody is on that stuff. I'm not going to say no names.
Back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them.
Now the streets are saying that he's taking shots at somebody whose name rhymes with Mickey Garage. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't make the rules. But also, speaking of iconic, my good sis, Lauren LaRosa, was outside at Roots Picnic doing interviews. She everywhere. We love to see.
This one moment, this reunion of, Rockefeller, all of the guys, State Prop, is that going to mean that we're going to see more of that moving forward? Or is this literally just, you got to be here?
I'm glad you asked me that question. Because if this is the last moment that you see this, remember I'm telling you this. Because I told Beanie Siegel, Freeway.
Now y'all can go check my sis out if y'all want more of the latest with Lauren LaRosa. Proud of you, sis.
I don't think it's very wise to talk about someone's child and what may or may not be wrong with that child when you also have a child that your wife's fans and your fans sit on the internet and debate what may or may not be wrong with him. I just don't think that's a door that you should have opened, because now, while you're saying her child can't do whatever it is you said, can't even whatever you was trying to say. While you're saying that, there's people who sit on this internet, your fans, your wife's fans, who sit on this here internet every single day debating what your child may or may not be able to do, debating why your child walks with a limp. They do that, not me. It ain't none of my business, and I don't believe in, talking about the children. So I don't do that. But I've seen a lot of y'all's fans doing that. So I just don't think it's wise to go and talk about this woman's child. I just don't think that's wise, because now you've opened yourself up to also be scrutinized. Now your children are also going to be. I mean, there is a reason why your child is never seen when the other children are. I just don't think we should be talking about the kids. And I didn't like it when Nicki and Cardi did it to one another. I didn't like when they did that. I just feel like, why y'all doing that? Why y'all throwing personal shots at each other's kids? I had to tell a beehiver a couple months ago, I said, you are sick in the head, because they was up here diagnosing that baby. Talking about she's a psychologist who specializes in children's behavioral health. She was trying to diagnose that baby. We've never even seen the baby. You see what I'm saying? These are your fans that are doing it. So what do you think the fans of her are now going to do? I just don't think that was wise.
Jay-Z disses Drake and Dame Dash in his Roots Picnic freestyle. And he says teeth is tumbling out their mouth, referring to Dame Dash when he had like the temporary teeth when he couldn't get veneers or something, and he showed up to like interviews, literally can't even talk straight. And he also said that nut is still stuttering, that chatty patty down on his luck again. And then he also said, I ain't much for the meetings, no how, cancel the brunches. I remember the hunger pain after Drake said on his song Whisper My Name, like, I'm not trying to have dinner with none of y'all or whatever. And he was going after J. Cole and Jay-Z, basically. Like, this is absolutely insane. Jay-Z did this, and some of it even sounded like freestyle. Like, I'm thinking some of the lines were premeditated, but Jay-Z is just an amazing performer. And he's not dropping a diss track. This is not like some permanent song up on the internet. This is him off the top, real hip-hop, and I'm sure the fans are thoroughly entertained by this. And I'm pretty sure Drake's not going to drop a fourth album to respond to Jay. So this is going to just be like what his response was to Drake on Whisper My Name. But I want to know what you guys think about this in the comments section. Let me know and follow me for more content like this.
That boy Sean Carter combed out them locks and said, don't play with him. Find somebody else to play with. I might be old, but I do this. And I'm not even finna put this over beat. I'm going to let you hear what I have to say. I hear y'all talking. I hear the things you say in your songs, and I don't like it. You getting on social media talking all this junk, pink-haired monster, the icy man, chatty patty. I said, ooh. When he said Quest introduced me to Jaguar, I don't know why I stood a fool with him. I said, oh. Sean. is and will forever be my number one. Yeah. Don't play with that boy. Don't play with that boy. And now he got an afro. Oh, baby, he is even more Afrocentric on y'all. He got an afro, y'all. He combed out his locks and his hair looking like a lion's mane. Rawr. Big hole, not a little one.